Yerp, this is Perp, back with another video, and this is my Vinland Saga Season 2 Episode 2 review. Sorry for the delay, I was doing a lot of stuff on Monday, just moving around. So I finally got around to watching this episode, actually twice. Not much happened in this episode for the most part, but things did happen at the end that have me very curious to see where this relationship between Thorfinn and Einar is going to go, because we do focus a lot more on them just meeting in this episode, them working together, seeing that Einar is not really effing with the whole slave thing and stuff like that. Even gets finessed for his food, which he didn't really like that much. You know, he's reminds me of that one coworker. Everybody has a coworker like this, or somebody that they have as a friend that they help get a job, and you've been there at the job for years and stuff, you know what to do, but you have this person or this coworker kind of complaining about just how they're treating people and stuff. Like, you can't have it your way, you know, during slavery. But also what kind of gets Einar kind of excited, or not excited, or has him hopeful, is that if they get rid of this whole area, because the slave master, whatever, he wants to make this whole wheat farm and whatnot, and Einar says like, oh, so this will help us become free men, knowing that that's not how slavery works. You know what I'm saying? They'll always just ship you off to somebody else, yada yada yada. Even Thorfinn caught up on this and said, like, you could just see in his facial expressions that it's BS. Don't go for it, don't fall for it. But it seems that Einar is going to be kind of that battery that's going to be put into Thorfinn's back to kind of get him back into the spirit of fighting for something, or fighting for his freedom, because at this point Thorfinn has no motivation, no drive, no mission to accomplish, you know what I'm saying, with the whole ass-clad situation that popped off at the last episode of season 1. And this frustrates Einar. He's like, don't you feel the same hatred that I do? Like, don't you think we should be doing more than what we're doing now? Like, this slavery stuff is not what it's hitting for at all. And we also get a tease of Einar possibly falling in love with somebody down the line. He catches his eye on, I guess it's the slave master's daughter, something like that. He runs this field and whatnot, and it definitely seems like everybody kind of has their eye on this woman. And we also get introduced to another new character named what's his name, Olmar. It's like Olmar. He is pretty much the farmer's son, wanna be a warrior / soldier. He doesn't want to inherit this farm, but he also has people trying to be his wife. You know what I'm saying? You have this guy kind of trying to finesse his way in. Very House of the Dragons, Game of Thrones-esque, where, you know, if you marry into this, you probably can get control or some type of power, you know what I'm saying? But I would say this episode was definitely the most humorous, you know, from seeing Thorfinn trying to teach Einar how to, like, do things, how to chop wood, and seeing him kind of messing up, but also just seeing them kind of just working together, which is definitely going to tease something later on in this season. So let's talk about this ending where Einar is telling Thorfinn his kind of origin story and just what happened to his farm, what happened to his land that these Danish people pretty much invaded and just took over. And it kind of flash forwards, you see Thorfinn just listening. He knows that, you know, he was involved with this back when he was like, what, 6 or 7 years old. He helped out with this whole raid, and I'm wondering if he's ever going to tell Einar, like, exactly who he is and what he's done in the past. And very slow build episode, just introducing you to a new character, Olmar. It's going to be curious to see where he goes and what journeys he takes, because he definitely doesn't want to inherit his father's farm. He wants to do something much bigger. Might align himself with Thorfinn and Einar. Einar is trying to just get out of this whole situation as a whole. He's probably going to be the one that brings Thorfinn back, that to the character that we know. I'm liking this, man. I'm liking the slower pace to the season. It's building up to something. We don't know where Canute is. We don't know where Thorkel is and what they're up to. Hopefully we'll get some type of episodes sometime soon. But it seems like we're going to focus a lot on this farm and Thorfinn and just everything that's going around this farm before we go anywhere else. And I'm okay with it. I don't need everything to be action-packed as long as the story is good and these characters are being developed. Let me know how you guys feel about this episode in the comments below. Till next time, I'm out.